Hello and welcome to the MHG podcast. As usual, life can be a little bit miserable, life can be a little bit dark, but we are here to bring you as much light and as much joy as we possibly can, because I'm Bradley, and I don't think he's sweating as much as he probably was earlier this week. I'm joined by Stu. As usual, how you doing, Stu?
Yeah, not bad. No, I'm not. We had like one night of just lightning, like the entire night.
Lovely.
Yeah. And then the next day it was much cooler. But there wasn't a drop of rain. It was very bizarre. But we got through it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we never got any sort of thunder or lightning or anything. I do love a good thunderstorm.
Yeah, me too. I do, yeah.
Yeah, we just got the heat.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It has been baking. It's been being like in a little pizza oven the entire time.
Yeah, well, Edith had to play on Tuesday. Luckily, she played in the morning, but it was still 30 to 32 degrees. And it's one of those, in hindsight, none of the girls played football well because it was just battling the heat. And it's one of those, in hindsight, probably should have been called off. And I think everyone was maybe caught just by how hot it was. She filled her bottle up the night before, overfilled it and put it in the freezer. So literally had a block of ice to take with her. By the time the game was done, it was only sort of 2 hours. All the ice had gone, had fully melted as she had drunk it all.
Yeah.
Usually something that's a block of ice will last most of the day as it melts slowly, but it's just gone.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those you can watch it in real time, like those time-lapse things. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those, again, people from warmer climates don't understand the heat we get here.
It's bizarre. Yeah. It's mostly, not really this case, but mostly it's the humidity at the same time that's not great. And something else that was told to me yesterday that was really interesting is that there's very little escape because we have long days because we're so far north.
Yeah.
So we have 16-hour days in the summer or once it's summertime. And that means that it doesn't have a lot of time for the heat to dissipate before the next day. So
no, you get into 8 o'clock at night and it's still really hot and the sun's still shining almost. It's
exactly.
It's not great.
I mean, it's only it's the end of May now, but even at the beginning of May, the sun doesn't go down till 9 p.m. and that's pretty uncommon. It is just because we're so far north. So
obviously everything's fine, Stu.
Of course it is.
Nothing's wrong with climate change or anything like that. It's just all a hoax. Okay.
Yep, totally. I'm on board with that.
You know what else is a massive hoax?
What's that?
The joy of video games, Stu.
Oh yeah. You on that tip this week?
We don't enjoy video games. We do them just because we do them.
That's right. Yeah, we've got to have an outlet.
Yes. No one has fun with video games anymore.
They are the anti-fun.
What was it? Was it the president of Square Enix that said about video games that they shouldn't just be fun? It's about having a purpose and earning or something like that.
Yeah, probably. Some wanker.
I know I'm butchering what he probably actually said, but it's probably only half as ridiculous as what was actually said.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, it might be more ridiculous. In fact, it probably is.
Yeah, I mean, video games are fun. Although I do want to play First Light. I'm very tempted by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 007 one.
Yeah, it's got good reviews.
Yeah, I like Hitman.
You do, don't you? You're a big fan.
I do. Yeah, World of Assassination. I don't know why I went Connery now. World of Assassination is really good. And yeah, if it follows that to a degree, but with Bond gadgets in it, then yeah, I'm all in.
Oh, nice. But that doesn't answer the question of what have you been playing this week?
What have I been playing this week?
Yeah, what have you been playing this week?
I did promise there was 2 last week, and then we got sidetracked.
So now there are 3.
There's 3 this week, yes. So the one I should have spoke about last week, I wasn't sure on the embargo date, so it didn't really matter too much. It's a game called LumenTale, Memories of Trey. Not Trey Parker, just Trey. And it's a monster collecting RPG, turn-based monster creature collecting JRPG. Yeah, it's a little bit Pokemon, but like a lot of these things, it's actually a bit better than Pokemon. Because Pokemon is so stale these days that I think people just go, "Yay, Pokemon! What's new?" And then they play it and go, "Oh, it's just the same stuff all over again."
Yeah.
So this is interesting. It's a beautifully animated 2.5D JRPG with monster collecting in it. And you travel the world, and there's this sort of this story where you play as Trey as he goes on an adventure because he's lost all his memories and he needs to uncover them. We are, again, with stuff like this, we are talking, it's a video game story. Where you wouldn't be able to put it into TV, film, book without people going, "This is crap." But in a video game, it works because you've got all the other stuff alongside it.
Yeah.
So you're traversing the world and sort of you're walking around and bits of story happen as you talk to people, and then you get into battles. Now, it's a monster collecting game, creature collecting game. How do you think these battles work, Stu?
You have to capture them in some sort of object.
But what do you do once you capture them? Do you fight? Do you reckon?
Oh no!
Or do you reckon you put these captured creatures out to fight for you?
Yeah. No, I think it's probably the latter. Yeah.
Oh, you do. Yes,
I do.
The creatures fight for it for you because again, we're still in a world where enslaving animals is fine in video games.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's the Pokemon formula. It's turn-based battles, but what this does a bit different, and I like this, and this is something I've always wondered why we don't do this, because it happens in the cartoons to a degree sometimes, but they never do it in the games. Squad battles. So you go there and you can have a squad of 3 or 4 and creatures that you've caught, and they battle another group, and it works like that. So it's like squad battles rather than one by one. And I like that. It's a nice little change to the formula, and what is a tried and tested formula. And I say you could do 1v1 duels and stuff like that, but there's 4v4 as well, and it just really works. It changes things up, and because it's a pocket monsters type thing, you could also trade. Now, what I've got to go. This is what I love. Obviously, you've got Pokemon, which is pocket monsters. You've got Digimon, which is digital monsters. What do you think they might have called these monsters, these animated monsters?
Animonsters.
They are Animon.
Nice.
Legally distinct.
Yeah, no lawyer could touch them.
Very legally distinct. No Pal World controversy here. Yeah, I mean, I am joking along with this. It is clearly inspired by Pokemon, Digimon, and stuff like that. And the monster designs are unique enough that they're not Pokemon. There's no legal ambiguity here. But you can see when there's over 1,000 Pokemon now, I think, or is it still in the 800s, 900s, whatever it is. You can't get away from some of the designs you might have seen similar before, because you can't get away from it. So yeah, it's almost like the doppelganger effect with some of them, but they are distinct enough. And you could do trading with them with other people within the world, or you could just complete your collection. There's stations you can go to and do trading and trade them up and all different things. You can even do it single player. You can do it with a community. All of that's in there. So there's online stuff, which I've not really bothered with. I've done it all single player. But what it adds in there, and again, I still don't know where I stand with this in games. It's got cooking and crafting in it, which is a Monster Hunter type thing for me. That's a Monster Hunter where cooking and crafting is vital to that. And it's in here, and you do use it with the game, but I'm like, is this needed? Have you put this in to go, look, we are not Pokemon. Honestly, look, we've got this. And I was like, it feels a little bit tacked on, which I could have done without it, personally. But it's not too egregious where I'm going, I'm not playing this now. No way am I playing this because it's got this bit added on. And I've played games where it's added on survival mechanics for the sake of it, and I've just been, oh, no. no, that's me out. Can't be bothered with it. So it's not that bad. But overall, I've played a few hours of it, and it's a decent, solid game. It's by Beehive Studios. It's published by Team 17, and Team 17 are one of those where if they publish a game, you're like, it's going to at least have some quality to it. And this is another one of those. I've played much better. I've also played much worse. If you're after a creature collecting battle RPG that's not Pokemon but has those vibes, yeah, you can do fine with this one. It's around the 20 quid mark, so it's cheaper than a Pokemon game. Unless you want to play the original, the red, the blue Pokemons, in which case, you can get those quite cheap in certain places, if you know what I mean.
Or free even, yeah.
I didn't say that. I meant legally acquire them from boot sales, Stu. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, neither do I. I've forgotten what I was talking about. What was I talking about?
But it's, if you want something that's Pokemon-ish, it's fairly decent price, ticks all the boxes. It's not wonderful. It's not bad. It's just decent. But yeah, it's fine if you want more of this.
Yeah. I mean, it just looks, all right, like bang average, which is fine, like you say.
It's the sort of thing, if you came across it in a humble bundle in 6 months' time, you'd be, go on, I'll give that a go. I heard about that from Brad a few months ago. Let's give it a go.
Yeah, understood.
And before I let you get on to yours, another quick one that I've been playing, and this is a really interesting one. It's called 868-Back. Not when I saw the logo, I thought it was BGB. And it's not BGB, it's 868-Back.
Rolls off the tongue, yeah.
It does. Do you know what? I like games that just have titles that you just have to look at it and just go, what? I don't mind that. Because it gets you talking, it gets you thinking. It's like, what is this? Whereas if something's called Creature Collector 4, you're like, it's a Creature Collector.
Yeah.
Or Survival Mechanic Game 29,000. You're like, I've played those 28,999 times before. I don't like, I fancy this one. So, name alone. Nice, weird smile emoji graphic that looks a bit horrific in places. It's weird. It's a weird old game. What this is, it's a rogue-like. And I'll get this right. It's a rogue-like, not a rogue-lite. So, for anyone who doesn't know the distinction, a rogue-lite has something that has more permanent upgrades and every run improves you. This is a rogue-like, which is when you're dead, you start from scratch. And there is some blurring, but this is more towards the proper rogue-like. So you go around this circuit board, I suppose it is in a way. It's all like digital and as though you're in some kind of weird Tron nightmare, I suppose. Tron world inside a computer nightmare. And you go round and you have to clear objectives within this grid. And there's servers you've got to hack and enemies you've got to beat. And it's one of those that every time you move, the enemies move. So if you move down one, they will move a space. If you move across one, they will move another space. And you have to use their movement logic with your movement logic and the map layout to defeat the enemies so that you can then unlock another node. And as you progress, it's not just like you start off with, you just go into the node and you have to hit it a certain amount of times or do certain things and that will unlock the node, complete the level, move on. But as you go, you can unlock new abilities that give you different types of attacks that allow you to bypass nodes or get them from distances or do loads of other little combinations you can do. And what the game's all about is finding all these different combinations and finding new ways to beat levels and make it easier on yourself. And when I first played it, I started playing it and this is weird in a way that I'm not sure I get it. Like, it's telling me what I've got to do, but it doesn't quite make sense. I'm expecting some kind of logic puzzle system in here in some way, but it's not. And I'm like, right, am I missing something? And with roguelikes, more than you get with roguelites, I think, I failed 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times in a row, like really early on. And then I started realising what my mistakes were. And rather than having all these permanent upgrades to help me do these things and just bypass the bits I was crap at, it was literally right, my knowledge of this game has now set in. And now I can start thinking about ways to improve my runs. And it does a really good job of that. Now, the UI of the game and the way it explains certain things, yeah, that could do with some improving. It's very much you must understand roguelite, so this is the game we've made for you. That's great. The onboarding could maybe do with a little bit of improvement, in my opinion. But I think overall it's got a fantastic aesthetic. It is proper traditional roguelike. I think visually it's very cool, very interesting, very basic, but it's got loads of character to it at the same time. And there's an interesting little story, just little nuggets you get throughout the game and stuff like that. But yeah, I've played it. It's not one I think I'll be playing constantly, but it's. I think if you want a tough, hardcore roguelike, this could be something well worth picking up.
Yeah, I most definitely don't. But it does sound... no, I like games that hold my hand and treat me like a child, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it does look pretty good. I like the aesthetic. It's kind of gone for a grungy, mid-90s kind of thing, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lo-fi, hacker, cyberpunky kind of look. I quite like it.
Yeah, and I do. It's like the aesthetics what turned me onto it to start with, and I'm glad I did get it. It's one of those that I think I'll probably catch a video at some point that somebody's mastered it and go, oh, I'd like to play that. I've already got it in my library, so I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get you.
What about you? What weird cyberpunky hacky game have you been playing, Stu?
Well, mine's been very alien-esque, sort of biomechanical, and unsurprisingly, now this is now like game 3 within the last year of R-Type. I've been playing R-Type Dimensions 3, which is a conversion, well, more than that, well, I'll go into in a minute, of R-Type 3 The Third Lightning, which was SNES specific. It came out on the SNES, like, not one of the release games, I don't think, but it was quite early on, in the release window. And I always loved that game. So, yeah, it's got your typical kind of SNES struggle with trying to do speedy, side-scrolling shooters because it's got a pitiful CPU compared to the Mega Drive. But luckily, loads of other tricks thrown in, lots of Mode 7, lots of scaling, lots of sprite scaling. And it really differentiates it from like all the other 2D R-types to that point. It's really different. Things coming in and out of the screen, and obviously there's the environment rotating around you, things like that. If you've played Super Castlevania 4, you'll know kind of approximately what to expect, sort of thing. Really good that they were flexing their creative muscles so early on in the SNES's life. And it was the precursor to R-Type Delta, which we've talked about recently and is, for my money, the best R-Type game. And this one is not quite to that standard in its original form, but it's really high up there. Thing is, with the R-Type original games, you can't go wrong. Even if your order of like favourites is completely different from mine, I'll still be like, yeah, I gotcha, because they're all so good. Anyway, what this is second in this series, despite the confusing, misleading title of R-Type Dimensions. The first game had both R-Type 1 and 2 in it, and this one has just got 3, but it's more expensive, okay, which is a bit weird, but it wouldn't matter if you're a big fan, I guess, if you wanted a modern version. And in terms of it being modern, they've done what they did with the previous Dimensions, which is you can swap between the original graphics and the modern ones on the fly. And that's really good. I like it when you can do that. It's good. The new graphics are I would say they just edge over into good from average. They're just on that cusp. I would say, they're going to obviously be to your taste, and I just prefer the original aesthetic, but you might prefer the new ones, and they're not badly done at all. They keep most of the atmosphere. It's obviously not a AAA thing. The lighting is, and the reflections and bloom are all kind of uniform, and but you understand this. It doesn't look like a Flash game, but it doesn't look like a AAA or even AA product, which is fine. And you've still got the original, and you can also switch on the fly with whether you want to have scan lines on the original game, and also this I think they call it crazy mode, which is basically a pseudo into the screen mode at a 3/4 angle. They had in the first pack, in the first Dimensions pack as well. So that's the sort of background and what it's like. And that's really where all the good stuff ends as well, because it's kind of a disaster. It's basically a disaster. There's so many problems and so many bugs. It's hard to list them all. I mean, I didn't even see them all, but I've seen people talking about them. But even me, right from the beginning, I was like, hang on, that hitbox is wrong. Or, I'm sure I hit that guy. Why is he not dead? Or, why is my force not blocking that shot? It should be. Or, he shot me and I'm not dead.
Yeah.
And then equally, he didn't shoot me and I am. And then, where have these characters come from, and why have they still got iframes? The questions just racked up and up and up, and it just doesn't work. I'm not sure if it's partly because they've not nailed that transition between both game engines. It might be that, because obviously you can have slightly different hitboxes and stuff, because of the visual effects and stuff like that in the new version. Don't know. But whatever it is, it doesn't work. It doesn't play properly. It doesn't feel like the original game. And that's kind of disastrous. And I think it's a big, big problem. I'm not sure how quickly they'll be able to fix something like this, because, it's fundamental to the entire game engine. And that's kind of disastrous. I mean, aside from that, it's as a package, it's kind of bare bones. Like it's one game, which okay. If it's one game, you want it to be a premium product. But yes, you do have like those effects that you can switch between on the fly and stuff like that, and audio tracks you can switch between. But it doesn't have things like adding extra credits or tweaking the difficulty outside of what the original game had. It doesn't have like active like rewind or fast forwards. It doesn't have like boss rush. It doesn't have any of the extras that you kind of expect for that price point. Yeah. Not that I would really trust them to implement them very well at the moment, but they should be in there. So at the moment, it's a hard pass. Because it's way too expensive for a game that doesn't work, and there's no real. I mean, they've responded, because it's got like 17% in its reviews on Steam, which is quite that's justified. They've responded to say they're looking at them and they're going to fix them, but whether they can or how long that takes, I don't know. So definitely avoid for now.
So, questions.
Please go ahead.
For you, the original. This is a remake of or remaster of whatever it is. Was it good? The original?
Yes. Yeah, yes. Absolutely.
Right, okay. So, this is what bugs me with stuff like that. And how developers or publishers or whatever get this wrong time and time and time again. When we say, as a whole, we want this game back for whatever reason, on modern systems, just so we can play it. That is literally what we are saying, isn't it? We want that game to play on here.
Yeah.
Don't do much. Just make sure it works with controls. Modern controls, that'll do. Just put it here, make sure it works. That'll do. That's what we want. If you want to do all the fanfare around it like Digital Eclipse do that as a package. Just give me that original game. Please. Or if you are going to do a remake, remaster, just stick the original game in there. Just do that so we can play the original.
Yeah.
What really bugs me with this, though, is you're saying all this. Now, the team behind it, who are Crystal Craze 3000, what a name, by the way.
Yeah, I like that.
They get a bonus point just for being called Crystal Craze 3000. They remastered last year X Out or Cross Out, whatever you want to pronounce it, which is a R-Type-esque horizontal shooter. And that's got pretty decent reviews. It said like it's quite faithful to the original, it's been remastered, modern quality of life updates, and all of that kind of stuff. So, they clearly know what they're doing. They know how to do this. What's changed? What you? I'm not saying to you what's changed. You give me an answer to, but you have to go. If you can get it so right with a game that was clearly in that genre, whether it was based on R-Type or R-Type after this or whatever, I don't know my history of all of these fully. But if you can clearly get it right here, how do you like some of the stuff you say, hitboxes and iframes and all that being totally out of whack and not? How can you get it so wrong with the one everyone knows and the one that really matters to probably a larger group of people? How can you get it so wrong?
Oh no, yeah, and I mean, to me, the only thing that I can think of is that it was either underfunded or it was rushed or a combination of the two. If they're clearly, they could maybe have lost staff who were good at this in the interim, but it seems unlikely within a year that they would lose all of their technically proficient team. But yeah, I don't know. It's just speculation, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And it is a shame because R-Type's one of those games where I'm not good at R-Type, but it's one of those games that I really, really would love more of. I'd like, if that's out at a decent price on Steam, I'll get it. Whereas, obviously, the way this is at the moment, it's like, well, I don't want to say this, but I'd rather just pirate the original.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's so good, the original, and the thing is, it's odd with the whole remaster remake thing of giving it new visuals because, like you say, like who really wants them? Because I don't think if you're introducing kids who you'd think would be the most kind of down on old school graphics, I don't really think they are because they play on Switch. They're used to lots of games, and particularly indie games, that have this aesthetic. If you gave them the original R-Type 3 and said, "Oh, it's a brand new game, it's a cheaper indie release," they'd believe you, and then they'd play it, and they'd either like it or they wouldn't. But I don't.
Well, apart from Elijah Wood, who'd pop up and go, "You got to use your hands. It's a kid's toy."
Yeah, well, precisely. Apart from Elijah Wood, I think the rest of the 6 billion people would probably be pretty much all right with it. But, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's a funny situation. I don't really understand how it went so wrong. But yeah, let's fingers crossed they can just get it sorted and get a patch out the door ASAP.
I hope so. Because it's a series that deserves a modern audience. That's 100% for sure. And it is a shame. It doesn't, I'm looking at the visuals between the modern graphics where it's all spruced up and the old graphics. Do you know what? I look at it and go, it doesn't even need the modern paint job. It still looks good with all its pixelated greatness from before.
Yeah, well, obviously I think that, but I'm glad you do as well. Oh, one thing I've got to say as well before I forget is when you're in the original mode, it doesn't support 4:3 aspect ratio. It stretches it to 16:9, presumably just so that it matches 1-to-1 if you switch on the fly with the new graphics. And that
if anyone heard that noise, that was me just face palming.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't play the original properly, what is the point? It looks so god awful in a stretched mode.
Just do what Nintendo do. Stick the original ROM in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And they charge 40 quid for it. It's fine.
That's right. They're happy enough doing that.
Yeah, no, that's odd. Do you know what? If someone wanted to make one of these and do something new with graphics, I would love to see an R-Type or a Defender-style game or a 1940 whatever style game with HD 2D graphics. The the Octopath Traveler style. That I think that would look amazing.
Yeah, it would look good. But I mean,
don't do it with one of the old ones. Make R-Type 5 or whatever. I don't know what we're up to. It's one of those weird naming convention games.
It is that they made R-Type Final, which was supposed to be the final one. And
I've got that.
Yeah, and then they went ahead and made R-Type Final 2 and then 3. So, but yeah, it's a storied series. It's got a lot of fans. It does deserve better.
It does. The dog was pretty angry over R-Type as well, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
rightly so.
I agree.
Now, moving on to something that is modern but also old at the same time. No, not me. Sorry. My partner just said me. Well, my leg's modern, I suppose, and I'm old, so yeah.
What is that?
So, this game is called Yerba Buena, which I think that's how I pronounce it. Yerba Buena. Buena. However. Anyway.
Gotcha.
It's a puzzle platforming game set in the 1970s, where you get a special weapon that allows you to do some copy-pasting mechanics to interact with the world and go through the story, beat the big bads and everything. Basically, it's an environmental platformer puzzler type game that's obviously taken inspiration from, I would argue, Portal Gun or the physics gun from Half-Life, and so on. And it's weird in a good way and a not so good way. That I couldn't tell whether some bits were intentional or actual bugs within the game. So you start off and you get taken through through like an intro bit of the story, and before you get given your gun. I'm going to call it gun. It's not a gun. It's a
device.
Yeah, device. That's the word. And you started off and you're like cycling, and then someone turns up and they're driving a car. Now, the car model is missing, and the person is sat in the car seat. And I don't know, because there's things about glitches and stuff in the world. I don't know if that's intentional and the car model was meant to be missing, because sometimes it's back in other scenes and other times it's gone again. But when you're sitting in it, it's there, but there's glitches happening in the car. And then when it cuts to another view, all the other cars are missing and everyone's driving around in invisible seats. And I'm like, is this intentional? And because I was playing this before it got a release as well, I'm like, I can't even compare this to anything. I don't know. If it's intentional, bravo. It reminds me of the Scarecrow scene in the Batman Arkham Asylum, where the first time you see it, you're like, what's just happened? Was this meant to happen? And then it kicks in. I played this and I still don't know. I restarted it. I got the same again. So I don't actually know whether it's intentional. Now, that aside, because what you also do is in the end get a bit, and you're into this like convenience store part as part of the story, and there's a bloke just stood there in a T-pose. And I'm like, do you know, like, sometimes you see glitches in games because like it's forgot to animate the characters and they're stuck in their T-pose from where the character done the mocap. I'm like, is that a bug? But that wasn't, because you go over to him and he's called T-pose guy. It's like, all right, okay, that's part of it. And it's just so weird. But what you do anyway, the puzzle aspect of this game is you go through and you basically need to copy some things to interact with other things. So to give a basic example, it's in the tutorial. You need to get from one platform to another. And the way you do that is you might see something else that's moving horizontally. So you aim your device at it, pull the trigger and copy that. You then aim it at a platform you're on and it will move your platform the same direction. And that's how you get across. There'll be others that might be going up and down to work as a lift, or there might be something that's spinning and you can copy that to open a gate by putting the gate into a spinning motion. And as you go, it gets more complicated. There's more things you can do. But it's a really, really interesting mechanic that really does make you think about how you interact with the world, what can work with what, and it encourages a lot of experimentation. But here is a slight issue with it. It encourages experimentation, but only really wants you to do it in the way it wants you to do it. So you can't try and break the game. And when you're using physics and stuff like that, I like games that allow you to try and break the system. Like if I'm seeing something, can I do something, instead of spinning this gate, can I do something that makes it sort of like fly out somewhere? It's like, well, no, it doesn't want you to do that. And I'm like, well, let me. Why can't I? Maybe it gets me stuck somewhere else down the line. And it's just a bit, once you scratch the surface, it's a bit simpler than it should be. It needs to have a little bit more into it. That being said, the aesthetics of the game, the story, the voice acting, everything around it, even the movement and everything, the weird glitches that I don't know if are bugs or not, all of that works to make a game that I'm actually really intrigued by and really enjoying, and can overlook the fact that it's a bit hand-holdy where I want a bit more openness. I can get past that because I think the story works really well. It feels like you're in the past. It feels like you've got this piece of weird modern technology in a world that's not designed for it. And that comes across really, really, really well. And you've got... This might gain some attention as a game because it's got a female lead with some strong female supporting cast. And as the female lead, you're actually saving a male character at one point. So it's kind of flipping that script. But it's not just doing it in a, oh, look, it's Princess Peach saving Mario. It's a lot more cleverer with it than that. As I said, I really like it. And it's bizarre in all the right ways. It's confusing in all the right ways. I think they've played it just a little bit safe. And if they do a follow-up, I'd like to see them just let the leash off a bit, just let it run free and see what they can get out of it.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. One I'll keep on the radar and see how much the price drops to.
Yeah, again, we are looking at 20 quid, just over 20 quid, which I would put this is what, a AA style game. It's indie. Well, what we would have called back in like the PlayStation 2, AA, like budget game, and it fits that. I think the price fits it well. Again, this does scream to me Humble Bundle in a few months.
Yeah, no, fair.
Or next year or something like that. But
sure.
No matter how you come across it, give it a go. There is also a demo, so that'll tell. I think the demo, you'll probably from like the first half hour of the game, I was like, yeah, I'm in. I want this, but I'm in. I think you'll get that from the demo. If you like the demo, I think you'll probably like the whole game. If you don't get on with the demo, probably not worth your time.
Right, nice. I will have a go at that, and I'll report back. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. It's a weird one. There's lots of games out, but I'm kind of on a. I need to calm it down a bit. I'm looking at stuff, and I think a lot of the games now I'm looking at are going, it's just beyond me price-wise to really want to just like try them and stuff like that. And I've got so much I've still got to play. I've still got... I'm playing Echo Generation 2, which I'll be talking about next week. a really cosy game called One Move Away, which again is a nice cosy story game. Possible One, which is a city builder type in space thing again. And if you like your Euro Truck Sims and stuff like that, budget friendly. Emphasis on the budget. I've got one called Truck Driver: The American Dream that I need to cover if it works at any point.
Yeah, that kind of helps. Yeah.
Yes, but it's not. I'm waiting for see what happens day one because again, I've got this one early, so I always when I've got something early and it bugs out completely and doesn't work, I like to wait until it's been out so that I'm then playing the version everyone else has got.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because, it might not work now, but there might be missing patches that are due. Just got it ready to go on the store. I don't know. But, a few coming up. Lots of good stuff out. Lots of good stuff on the horizon. Including, I suppose, the big one I've not got, and I still want to pick up, is Mina the Hollower.
Oh, yeah.
That's out today.
That does look good.
A yacht club are notoriously difficult to get hold of. Damn them.
Oh, damn you. Yeah, no, I've been playing something that the biggest release of the month, actually, but I'm not quite ready to talk about it yet because I need more time in it. But, yeah.
You've been playing Gaelic Football Layopera?
How did you know?
Oh, my God. Talking of these, there's a Gaelic football game that's come out. I've just seen it on the Steam thing. I'm like, add that to the wish list, please. I like niche sports titles that I don't know how to play.
God, that is a niche of a niche. That really is.
Yeah.
Still,
what are people saying?
You still want
positive reviews as well.
Oh, that's good. You still need that Kabaddi simulator, though, don't you?
Still need Kabaddi. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
This is. I'm just looking at the videos of it, and you can tell this is the first attempt at a Gaelic football game in 3D because the character models and the way they run just feel like very early PlayStation 2.
Pure jank.
It's all very like.
Looks a bit stuttery.
Yeah, but I'm all for that because I don't know all the rules of Gaelic football properly, so it doesn't really matter to me if they're not doing everything properly. Like when I play ice hockey, because I know how ice hockey works, when things aren't as they should be, I'm like, no, that really takes me out of it. And the same with football games. I don't care with stuff like rugby and lacrosse and Aussie rules and stuff like that because I don't know them enough.
Yeah. No, that actually looks fun, this one. You might have to go on the wish list.
It is. The only problem is it's True Blue who do like all the cricket and rugby and all the niche sports and stuff like that. Very rarely do they reduce them.
Oh, crikey. Well, it's like 30 quid.
No, usually about 50. So, or 40 to 50. So, it's cheap for them. But they very rarely reduce them because I think they know their market. It's like, well, the people who want it are going to get it. The people who don't aren't. So I hope. So one of those, if you want it, you kind of got to be waiting for that one-off reduction they do every blue moon.
Wow, crikey. Okay, definitely one on the very back burner, like the burner that's outside of my house and in somebody else's house, kind of back burner.
Yeah, you always know when it's an Irish sport as well because you don't just have the one score for the teams. There's two different scoring methods, and you can win by both. It's a Gaelic sports is like weird scoring systems.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
It's all right. I'll become an expert and then complain why we don't get any Gaelic sport on TV.
Yes, please do. And Kabaddi. Yeah.
And Kabaddi.
But
don't get that on Channel 4 in the mornings anymore.
I know, it's disgraceful.
I know.
Aye.
Anyway.
But, yeah. I think that's probably it, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I can go on about Gaelic football, a sport I've only ever watched once for another half hour if you want, but I don't think I will.
Nah, that's all right. We're good. So as usual, follow us on all the socials. Make sure you're checking out our content on the website. Join us to chat on Discord if you fancy. And until next week, stay safe and stay sane.